you're looking for a starter project for novice woodworkers, this video is going to be for you. I've even set this project up for kids as young as 3 years old to help and get involved in this build. This is a special handmade gift that parents and grandparents would love to get on Christmas Day, or you could even give it to them for a birthday. So this goes back to my dad really stepping up his bird feeder game in the last year. He built this giant bird feeding setup recently, and it's really drawing in the crowds. But I see some empty space up there, so what better way to fill it than with some birdhouses made with love by the grandkids. I decided to make 2 build kits, one for my niece and one for my nephew. All the supplies I ended up using are listed here and in the description. Feel free to pause if you need to. The main stuff here is going to be the fence picket, glue, and dowels. Cedar fence pickets are going to be awesome here because they're meant to be outdoors. Along with those supplies, you'll need a few tools like a drill, some mallets, a 1/4-inch drill bit, and maybe some screwdrivers. I'm going to keep this design pretty simple. Feel free to add your own tweaks if you want, or you can follow mine if you don't want to wing it. There are basically 3 main components. 1 is going to be the feed holding area at the base. 2 are the walls that are going to connect up to the roof, and 3 is going to be the roof. In order to make this so easy that even a 3-year-old can put it together, we're going to take a play out of IKEA's playbook and try to put everything together with dowels. If you are going to be putting these together with older kids that can handle a drill, feel free to use screws. Just make sure you're pre-drilling all those holes to not split the wood. Or you can have them put them in by hand with a screwdriver. It might just take a little longer. I built out this model in Fusion 360 to help you follow along through the build process. If you ever get lost and don't know what piece we're working on, just look up here and it'll show you. The first thing I'm going to do is sand everything down while it's in one piece. This is going to be important to help protect the kids from splinters as we're putting everything together. Depending on the starting roughness, you might go with 80 or 120 to start, but I'm going to end up finishing this with 240 just because I expect the kids to paint it, and that'll help that surface be nice and smooth for them. Now let's start the cuts. All of these cuts are going to assume your picket is 5.5 inches wide and 5/8 inch thick. These are the standard dimensions for cedar pickets. This would also be a good time to say that I made this one-page PDF that you can find linked in the description to show you what cuts to make it easier to follow along with the cut list. The cuts are actually very simple overall, but we're going to start with the toughest cut. Go to the dog ear end of the picket and use your miter saw to cut a 30-degree angle up towards those dog ears. Use a straight edge to draw a line across the picket to show where to make the matching cut. Then go ahead and make a matching 30-degree cut to make the roof assembly. Finally, measure 7 inches down from where that angle starts and make a 90-degree cut across the picket. So that is going to be one of our side panels. To make the other one, we're just going to use the first one as a template to make it exactly the same. Just line up your template piece with the board you have left and make those cuts. This will complete the walls. I like switching to the other end of the picket now. Start by just cutting off the bottom inch of that side. It's usually pretty rough wood that we don't really want to use. Now cut a full width 10-inch piece out of the picket. That piece is going to end up as the base of the feed area. Next, we're going to cut a single 11.25-inch full width piece out of the picket. We'll have more processing to do here, but that's going to be the sides of the feed area. And finally, cut 2 12-inch long full width pieces out of the picket. These will end up being the rooftop pieces. Now let's clean some stuff up with the table saw. Starting with the 11.25-inch piece, we need to cut out 2 strips to make those sides we talked about. So we're going to set the table saw to 2 inches wide and run that board through twice. Next is going to be an optional aesthetic touch for those roof pieces. This is a great option if you're not planning on painting these later and just want to make it look a little nicer. Grab the 12-inch long pieces, lower your table saw so you're only sticking up about 1/4 inch. Set your table saw to 2 3/4 inches and then run both of your 12-inch roof panels through that. This will give you a small groove on the face of the board. Then I like to add one more line on each side of the middle line. So I'm going to set my table saw to about 1.75 inches and run those through again. To get the matching groove on the other side, just turn the board around and run it through one last time. For my build and moving forward from here, you're not going to see these grooves on the piece. I expect the kids are going to want to paint these, and that's going to be the main surface for them to paint. We've got one last cut to make, and it's also for these roof panels. We have this nice peak at the top, and we need to angle match those roof pieces to come together. We're going to do this at the table saw by adjusting our blade to 30 degrees. Run just one edge of each board through. After you do those, be sure to test your build to make sure these line up well on your piece. So that's really all the cuts. Let's move on to what I'm calling the pre-assembly. This is the phase where we're going to make this super easy for small kids to put this together. Again, as I mentioned earlier, if you're working with older kids that can handle power tools, by all means, just use a drill and deck screws. I'm going to be going with the safer option and use glue and dowels. Now, I want to preface this by saying this is not going to be the most precise doweling you've ever seen, but we are going to get it close. I also end up using a little bit of glue on the roof to help hold everything together. I bought these dowel rods from Amazon. They're linked in the description if you want to use the same ones. They are 3/16 inch in diameter and about 1 inch long. I'm going to go and pre-place each piece throughout the build where it should go and go ahead and drill those dowels out. I'm using a 1/4-inch drill bit, which is a 1/16 too big for the dowels, but it's going to help the kids get them assembled well. When you're drilling these holes, make sure you're going at least 1 inch down. You can use a Sharpie mark on your bit to help determine how deep you're going. The only portion I did not do the dowels on was the roof. For these panels, I ended up CA gluing them in place before drilling those holes. I then came back later and added the dowels to help make the overall aesthetic look the same. After all those are drilled, your kit's now ready for assembly. Once I had the kits ready, all I needed were a couple of eager kids to help put everything together. Lucky for me, I've got a cute little niece and nephew that were more than willing to help out with this. Here's some B-roll from the build. They had a ton of fun. I'm definitely getting some cool uncle points from Baker for letting him use this mallet. Be sure to closely supervise as you're putting these together to make sure everything stays safe. The build process ended up taking about 30 minutes. Then add on some painting time, which can really go as long as you want. We probably did about 15 to 20 minutes there. The kids really had a blast putting these together and felt like little grown-ups handling these tools. Be sure to stick around until the end if you want to hear their thoughts. Here are the final products. So once the kids were satisfied with how they looked, we allowed them to dry for a little bit. The final step is going to be to use this polyacrylic spray to seal that paint in and protect it from the outdoor elements. In a well-ventilated area, go ahead and apply 2 coats spaced out by about an hour. Allow those to dry. The birdhouses are now ready to give to Papa on Christmas and fill out that bird feeding paradise. I'm sure he's going to love it, and the kids were really proud of what they made too. I really encourage you to give this a shot if you have some kids in your life that you think would enjoy this. It was a ton of fun for them, but it was fun for the adults too to watch the kids have fun. If you like this build, you might also like some of these cedar picket builds I've done in the past. They would also make great Christmas gifts coming up. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I will be seeing you later. Merry Christmas. I hope you have a great day remembering Christ's birth. Peace. Did you have fun building this?
Yes.
Yes. You think Papa's going to like it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You did a good job, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did you have fun building this? Yeah. Do you think Papa's going to like it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you love your sister?
Yeah.
Do you love your parents?
Yeah.
Are you good at daycare?
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm sure.